Hello, everyone. I'm Jack Fisher. Welcome to my world, and welcome to a very special but very bittersweet Twitch stream. Now, I wanted to make sure I did this while I'm on stream. Might save this for later on, but I want to announce on this stream to everyone who's been following me that I am officially retiring from Marvel Strike Force. Now, one reason I wanted to do this stream is I want to explain why I'm quitting because trust me, I am not making this decision lightly. This is not something I'm doing on a whim. To give you an idea, here's how long I have been logging into this game. I have logged into this game every day for 2,805 consecutive days. So I actually started playing this game shortly after it launched in 2018. It was it was a very I was free to play at first. Wasn't very good at it. Took me a while to get a feel for it, but I have been playing this game consistently for pretty much since it launched. I have stuck with it through some rough times. I've endured some less than favorable changes that I didn't really like. But in general, the game has found a way to stay balanced and kept keep me engaged. And but lately, after some recent changes that involve monetization, that involve things like Blue Marvel, also just kind of the general trend of the game, I can no longer justify the amount of time, energy, and money that goes into this game because this game has sort of been it's been trending in a certain direction for a while lately. Um, it used to be even if you were free to play, um, you really you could still be competitive. The gap between the people who paid and the people who were free to play was not super huge. There are people who played smart, definitely had an advantage as well. But now, it's just, yeah, just stuff like this right here. Stuff like some of these gimmicks that essentially require you to either spend lots of money or save cores, and the way these milestones have been utilized, I can't. I just can no longer justify it, and that's a shame too because I this game has definitely been a enjoyable hobby for many years. It's been a reliable way of passing the time while I've been waiting on planes, while I've been on buses, trains, on trips. But also, one other thing that has been happening is this game has gotten pretty stale. It's not very engaging anymore, especially with things like cosmic crucibles, with raids, like I'm doing right now. I'm just simming this stuff, and essentially, if you don't, and if you can't sim it, um, you're basically forced to buy a specific team. There's far less theory crafting than there was before. It used to be you could mix and match characters in raids, and you could yeah, still get by. You'd have to get creative, and that's kind of where a lot of the fun of the game was. But now, it's essentially Scopely. The way this game is, it creates a problem, it gives you characters to solve the problem, and just rinse and repeat. And no, I understood that was a mechanic. This game has to make money, but the problem is now the cost is just get of keeping up is too high. I mean, it used to be you didn't have to spend too much to keep up, but now it's just too much. I'm sorry. I can no longer justify. I mean, I do spend some money on this game, but it's now at a point where even the money I'm spending, I can't keep up. I'm falling behind, not just with Arena, not just with Cosmic Crucible, not just in War. It's with everything. And on top of that, Scopely has it's no longer it's they've been a crunch in terms of gold, training materials, cores. They haven't updated the challenges or blitz in a long, long time. And you don't get any rewards for things like, yeah, you used to be able to get rewards for blitzing regularly. Now you don't even get that. You used to be able to spend shop credits to get free gold with the blitz orbs. You don't get that anymore. You still have things like the and the war store was obsolete. There are some good catch-up mechanics in this game, but you're going to hit a wall unless you are willing to spend lots of money. And I'm sorry, unless I win the lottery, I just don't see. I just can't justify spending that kind of money. I just can't. And I'm at a point now where the time feels right to walk away. Now, and let me just say outright that my alliance, Rule Empire, guys, I don't know if you're watching this. I'm sorry, I'm leaving you like this. You guys have been a fantastic alliance. I joined these guys back in March. They've been one of the best alliances I've ever had the privilege of serving with. I mean, I've been in some good alliances before. I've been into some pretty awful alliances. But these guys have definitely been great. They've been so supportive. They've helped me become a better player. I'm sad. Was not looking forward to telling them, "Hey, I'm leaving the game," and it's not you guys. It's just I have to. I have to get out of this. The time is right for me to leave, and let me just actually. One of the other things I also want to do on my last stream is I am going to get into the Blue Marvel event, Dark Dimension 9, but again, I'm not finishing it. So it is just, and also I know also Wolfsbane was released today, but I am not buying her. I don't know if there's even a reason for me to unlock her, but here's what I'll do. I'll spend some cores. I'll open up some cores and see if I get lucky, because let's see. Yeah, a lot of these orbs have become so useless, and there's just not a whole lot going. But I think really what I think if I had to give a last straw for anything, it had to be the Blue Marvel event. Now, I don't know if anyone remembers, but a while back, shortly after Dark Dimension 9 launched, there was this Blue Marvel milestone where if you paid like $500, 500 actual real-life dollars, they'd give you a bunch of purple ISO 5 to help level them up. Or level up enough characters to get into Dark Dimension 9. Your other alternative was to use milestones, but those milestones you needed to spend money to get a high ranking in those too. Like there was no avenue for free to play. There was no avenue. Like even if you saved a lot of cores, even if you worked diligently to like if you on other game modes, you weren't going to get enough. Like there was no avenue to get unlock Blue Marvel and be free to play. So that really was sort of a big tipping point for me. That was the part where I was like, okay, this is too much, and I can't justify this anymore. And it's now kind of at a point where, just for the hell of it, And then the other thing that I did not like is you might have noticed we also have they launched we now have 4 and 5 diamond slots, which that was another thing that I really did not like. I think this was the worst possible time to do those diamond launches, because what that basically means is now you have something that that the big spenders are able to essentially either buy or hoard, and that essentially intensifies the gap between the people who are free to play and the people who are not. And again, I don't like that. I think that's predatory. I think that's dishonest. And That along with the Blue Marvel event is just. I mean, I know. Eventually, Scopely does kind of loosen things up after a certain period, but again, by then the gap between the spenders and the non-spenders is just too much. To, it just keeps getting wider and wider, and you keep having to spend more and more just to keep up. And for me, I've always had like a budget for this game, but that budget just has been getting me less and less with each passing with with each passing month, and it's at a point now where I don't want to keep throwing money into this game anymore. Even if it's not a whole lot compared to what I know other people spend in this game, it's just yeah, I can't do it. Because also at the same time, this game has also it has become a bit more too much of a you have to like set timers for yourself. To play this game at certain times in order to actually, get, to complete everything. Like with these raids right now, they launch at a certain time. And when it used to be with Blitz, you had to do it every couple hours, which thankfully it's not really an issue anymore. But yeah, it's just too much. And I know it's going to be tricky, and also another thing I don't like. We don't get any rewards for this. Like we're getting less and less rewards for doing stuff in this game compared to what we used to get, and I do not like that. I mean, if we're gonna, I know that there's always going to be a paid and a non-paid tier, but this is just it's not fair, and it's not right. Yeah, I can do that later. All right. Well, brimstones. No, why not? There's only two. So yeah. Also, there is some. We have a new Cosmic Crucible season starting today. And one thing I will say to my alliance, I am going to until they. I know that I gave them fair warning. I told them, look for my replacement. I'm sure they'll find someone plenty capable. And but come Sunday, I will leave the alliance, and I'm probably gonna I'll log out from my Scopely account, and I will delete the game from my phone and my devices. Now, in terms of what this means for my streams, um, I do plan on. I know Mondays were usually the days which I would stream Marvel this game. I'm not doing that. Now I don't know what game I'm going to start streaming on Mondays, but I will find something. But if anyone has any suggestions, please tell me. But my sincere hope is that yeah, there are some that I'll find another avenue for this game, another avenue to make up for this game because there's a bunch of other stuff on Steam that I want to start playing. There's there are other games I would like to explore, and this game is kind of just it gets in the way of too much. All right, so oh hey MR, MR is actually from my alliance. I didn't carry you guys in war. I mean, I only did my part. So um, you'll find someone who's as capable as I am. I'm confident in that. So because believe it or not, before I joined this current alliance, I was not very good in alliance war, and a lot of that was because leadership was really kind of they micromanaged me, and and that just made it really really difficult. This was the first alliance where I could kind of go at my own pace, pick the battles I knew I could win, and organize my own strategy. And trust me, that's the only reason I was as effective in war as I was. But I think you'll find someone who will be able to get the job done. And if it's not me, if it's if it's not me, then yeah, you'll find someone. But yeah. But yeah, thanks for joining. I certainly welcome all my alliance. Yeah. Actually, I think it's kind of fitting because my best war performances were were these past two wars. I did 1 billion in damage. That's a good person. That is my personal best. So I am proud of that. I'm glad I had a chance to. I guess I can go that way. I can go out and say I went out on top. But yeah, it's I. Again, I think you will find someone else who can fill that void. But yeah, thank you very much for joining me, and I will still stream. Just I just won't be streaming this game. So, but do keep in touch. I'm going to stay on. I'll stay on. You can still reach out to me on Discord. I'm still friends with a lot of other Formula Alliance mates on Discord. I'll work on that later. All right, so I don't have a whole lot of cores saved up. Because I just kind of been splurging here and there, but yeah, why not? Let's see if I get lucky. Ah, screw it. Let's just open 7. Yep, wasn't enough. That sucks. Oh well. Also, I did not like this new Thunderstrike raid. This was not particularly fun, yeah. All right, let's see if they fixed. This was another botch. Scopely has a problem of botching new game modes really badly. So, let's see if it's any better than it was last time. Five gear, blah, blah, okay. I'm just going to go with, actually, no, let's go with Vigilantes. They're the top dogs still. And they don't let us sim. I don't like that either. That's kind of another unpleasant change with Scopely. After this, I'll get to Arena, but then I'm gonna do Cosmic Crucible. Then I'm gonna see how far I can get in with Dark Dimension because I recently got the ions I need for at least the first 5 nodes. All right. All righty. Let's keep this going. Yeah, there was a bit of a another kind of snafu when these Thunderstrike raids launched earlier. There was some big problems, and it was yeah, Scopely had to kind of go back on it, and they had to disable them for a while. They were originally supposed to launch Monday, and I was going to try to go through them on Tuesday, but yeah, that's another. Yeah, I just too bad, didn't work. All right. Stormbound. All right, so I guess I'll go with these guys. These guys, even at low levels, are a pretty decent raid team. There's another thing that I didn't like earlier this year was the FOMO. things they used for Zombie Kestrel. The cost of getting her to a usable level was, and knowing that she's not going to be available for another year, did not like that. Yeah, yeah. This move right here, this special is really, really good. See, it just undoes all those buffs and safeguards. Problem is they're kind of squishy because they aren't at high levels. Let's stun him. Kind of sucks I won't get a chance because I still believe that sometime next year that God Emperor Doom is going to come to this game. He's probably going to be another mythic character, but yeah, I ain't going to be around for it. Yeah, not being able to sim this is kind of annoying. Yeah, I would say Swordmaster is probably the most important character of this Immortal Weapons team. Yeah, Steel Serpent's probably the second, simply because he has a passive that prevents your speed bar from being manipulated. Yeah, then the gear requirements increase. And they will ask for Blue Marvel and Sentry, who isn't even out yet. Yeah, not a fan of that. Yeah, these extra diamonds I'm not thrilled with. All right, so let's get to Arena. I've also been kind of frustrated with Arena lately. I got bumped down to 30 at one point. Yeah, but at the very least you can beat Blue Marvel. It's just tedious. This is the team I've had the most luck with in terms of beating Blue Marvel. I used to have Odin in there, but if you sometimes it is very RNG dependent. key here is you just gotta still have your Xavier go first, or at least survive long enough to do his special. That's really all you need to do, and you can win. See, that ping there is kind of what makes Havoc more useful than the rest. But the fact that he got that he's got silence, that's probably going to cost me the match. There goes Blue Marvel. Yep. Now here. Okay, maybe I have a chance. All right, I'm just gonna auto this. Yeah. I could. Yeah. He could still beat me. Guess not. All right, back in the top 10. Just keep on pushing. Should be able to beat this. Well, if I get lucky. Also, I'm going to get Discord open and see if, in case anyone else wants to chime in. Yeah, let's see if I can survive this. Oh, he doesn't get silent, so he can still inflict some damage. Now, I will say this. When I started this game, I was free to play for a good long while. I held off on changing that, and I think the only reason I really changed is because the meta, if you free to play meant you kind of hit a ceiling at a certain point, and you just couldn't keep up with higher tier players. I mean, you could if you played smart, like people like Boylon do, you could still do well, but that requires a lot more planning, a lot more time and energy that it's almost like a part-time job to keep up with that. So that's another reason why I didn't stay free to play. And after a while, again, I just could not. It just became too much. Try this. Yeah, the meta's also been it's been a bit all over the place. Now, some of I've asked some of my alliance mates asked what I would do if I come, what it would take for me to come back. I'm not deleting my account outright. I know some people have done that. I think Tadano Mac Japan, he did that. That's why you don't see him on any of the completion boards anymore. But yeah, I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do with this account. I just know that I'm going to leave it idle. I'm sure it's going to fall behind. It'll collapse after a while, but I just want to if something changes, like if I win the lottery, I'll probably come back to this game. But that ain't happening. And I do that as someone who does say, yeah, because I think you have to be rich to get the most out of this game. That's sort of the unwritten, well, not so it's unwritten but not so secret rule. Lots of games like this are, you know, dependent on how much you're willing to spend. Let's try that again. I'm getting close to payout. See if I just need to make sure that Xavier doesn't get targeted. All right. Okay, I think I might have a chance here because he doesn't have the silence didn't hit. Oh yeah, if you can stun, yeah, that's another reason we have it. If you get a chance to stun Professor X, you definitely are going to win. All right, so you just kind of hold off. Wait, pay it for payout. All right, now let's see. This should be close enough to pay out. Okay, that should be enough. Let's see if that's... Yep, that might be the F. That was pretty lucky. The fact that I didn't get bumped out of the top 10, that's... I guess that's fitting for this being my last Marvel Strike Force stream. Try to go out on top as best you can. Let's do this. All right, just kind of do this out of habit. Now it's done. All right, now let's do the. So let me see if I can get any more milestones from this Thunderstrike raid. Quasars gains the ally, so I'll just see if putting Quasar here is enough. Oh, this looks ugly. Are the raid buffs not active? If that's the case, that might be... Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, I don't think the raid buffs are active. Considering this is supposed to be a raid, that's kind of a problem. Oh, it looks like they are active. All right. Was a little hairy, got through it though. Yeah, I'm not liking these Thunderbolt raids too much. It's essentially forcing you to upgrade characters that you may not want to upgrade or may not have the ability to upgrade at the moment. Yeah, I want to make sure I get a full Vigilante team here. Oh crap, I still need... they're making me use Quasar? Yeah, that's not fun. Just hope the raid buffs show. Oh, it's a boss battle with Kingpin, yeah. That's a weird boss, but yeah, not complaining. Let's forget Odin's trying to hide behind that. Yeah, but Odin can't use his battlefield effect, so he's down. All right, let's finish this up. All right. I think that'll be it for the vigilantes, at least for this part. Stormbound. Oh, can't do it. Have to do normal difficulty. Skyforge runes. It's another thing that I don't like. It's essentially forcing you to go overboard. All right. All right, let's get to this is the new season of Cosmic Crucible. Again, I've been kind of up and down with Crucible. This is another game mode that I've kind of struggled in, but yeah, again, there's a reason I'm leaving. It's not the reason, but it's one of them. All right, this is going to be a problem. So usually for the first few weeks of a new Crucible season, I struggle a lot. But yeah, I'm guessing this is going to be even worse. I don't have a whole lot of incentive to really do much, so oh well, let's just see what I can do. This is another thing. Cosmic Crucible, if you to be good at it, you have to do a lot of research. You have to constantly consult MSF. You have to wait for other players to solve issues, and then you have to. It's very difficult to. It's very difficult to manage. And you get stuff like this. So yeah, I'm usually really terrible when a new Crucible season opens up like this. Yeah, I'll just go after. Yep, gonna lose this. Oh, that sucked. Just for the hell of it, I'm going to see how my immortal weapons can do in terms of a cleanup. That helps. My only real strategy with Crucible for the past few, well, years has been to just try to get a full clear and hope that my defense is strong enough. Not a great plan. It's helped me get to master a few times, but I can't really go much farther than that. And there are people I think who have like dedicated a lot of time to developing strategy for this game mode, and God bless them, but that's too much time for me to that's worth utilize. Yeah, I'd rather not deal with that. Let's see, this one's going to be a problem. Guess for this I will go with. I'm going to go with a full. No, that's not my. I think I have my. Oh no, here they are. I thought I had them on defense. Apparently I don't. All right, let's see how. Yeah. Let's get some safeguards. Yeah, they got taunts, so I'm not going to bother. Let's get both here. All right, let's. Ah, crap! It didn't take her down. All right. And they're down. Oh, actually managed to one-shot a room. That's kind of remarkable. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to save my. See. For hero characters, that's going to be a problem. Don't know who can remove charge. Actually, no, I might have to wait. See, who could I put hit these guys with? Why not? Just kind of messing around since I know, yeah, this is going to be my last few rounds of Cosmic Crucible. Might as well make have a little fun with it. See how much damage this does. Not nearly as much as I'd hoped. Well, all right. Let's try Thunderbolts next. See how this goes. All right, that's helpful. Not ideal, but let's focus on Shaw. This should lock in the debuffs. And that should, oh, I guess not. That should do it. All right, so this is probably going to be a problem with these two. So in order to draw, I'm going to have to definitely going to have to double tap this. So let's go with This is just to get an exhaust on them. In Crucible, yeah, the Night Stalkers, they're just a good sack team. Yeah, that was always going to be a problem. And we're done. All right, now let's try my Liberty. See if the exhausts help. Nope, they're not going to help at all. All right. Curious what a partial New Mutants team would do, but I'll leave that to people who are better at theory crafting. Use my own astral team. Right. There goes Black Knight. And he survived. heal everyone up. And they're done. Messy, but it's done. Okay. This is definitely going to take probably a 3-shot. I'm looking at something here. Okay, so yeah, I was checking some strategies, but yeah, going to have to definitely. Yeah, let's get this out of the way. Yeah, they're probably going to one-shot me before I get a chance to take a turn, so just got to get exhaust on all of them. Yep, that's yeah, it costs like $500 for Blue Marvel to be unlocked, so not not sweating that. All right, so now let's see. I do want to save. I gotta say, actually, what I'm going to need to do for this. Oh, sorry. What I'm going to need to do for this last one is I'm going to have to. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to have to double tap it. So let's see. Oh, I got null on defense. For this, I am going to actually. The reason I'm putting Mephisto here is because I want to get in one exhaust on everyone, and then that way in the second attack, Mephisto won't be able to get empowered. It's the only reason I'm doing that. I'm going to see if my Immortal X-Men can finish it off. Ah, crap. And I couldn't do anything there. Oh well. Like I said, not coming back to this game, so why bother? That's freeing. Do this next so Mephisto can't do is you just need the double exhaust. Then I'll try Immortal. All right. Let's see if Immortal can do anything against him. If not, I'll just quit out and save this and Thunderstrike for room 2. Because they all get turns first before I take a turn. Nope. Let's see. I gotta quit this out. See if Immortal can do anything against in room 2. I have a Cursed in room 1 for defense. I know that. Don't know if that's going to be sufficient. That's a pretty big team, though. This person has blue Marvel, so it's very likely that they've spent heavily. They have a lot of overpowered characters. All right. Let's freeze this guy. Let's go after Pym. Actually, let's see if I can get rid of Captain Britain. Okay, good. I got rid of him. That's helpful. Yeah, I think Black Bolt should bleed out here. He's down. Let's see if I can see if Blue Marvel can beats them both. Of course he does, because he's a mythic. Alright. Should still be able to clean this up. Yeah, this is as inefficient a Crucible battle as can be. So, yeah, I fully expect to lose. Last team really. More bomb bursts. That should do it. This should. Down you go. Alright. See if how much I lost by. If my opponent has played yet. Should be. Let's see. Yeah, this is not a good score, but not too. Yeah, not too. If anyone cares, here's my defense. I've got. I've decided to put Starjammers in a curse. I know that the two big Crucible teams. I have them on defense. So this I might need to. I might need to mix this up a bit. If I cared. Okay. Alright, let's see. Oh, got some rewards. More of this stuff. No. Yeah, these are some pretty weak rewards. That's another thing why I'm leaving. This game has some. The rewards for this game have gotten very, very weak. Oh, yeah, I did manage to get one of these. Yeah, I also really do not like this. These pathway orbs that have such a low success rate of drawing in new characters. You'll never get anything from. Watch, this is going to get nothing. Yeah, that's great for new players, but not so good for mid games. And I don't like these time heist offers either. This is mostly just for newbies. Also, for a while there was some core offers down here, but they disappeared. Yeah, and also you can sim this with immortal weapons. So yeah, this is fairly simple. Very simple. See if there's... Nope, nothing here. Okay, so... Alright, so the last really major thing I wanted to do was start. Because usually when a new Dark Dimension comes out, what I will do is I will record me completing every node or multiple nodes, depending on how easy they are. And then I will try to post it on YouTube for on my YouTube channel for a future guide. But again, like I mentioned earlier, this the crunch for these materials was just so egregious. The milestones that basically said, "Hey, spend $500, you can get ahead of the curve." I did not like that. There was like no path for free to play or light spenders to catch up. There was no real. It was essentially all this did was widen the gap between people who don't spend, people who spend a little, and people who spend a lot. And people who spent a lot, yeah, they're mostly these people here. So it is a it was not. It, I know people. I know this will probably loosen up eventually, but the fact that it's just not. It just feels too exploitative. So I do have 5 characters I can start with, so I'm going to make the most of it. I'm going to try to do. See, I'm hoping I want to do at least 6, but if I get stuck, I get stuck. All right, here we go. Got a fair amount of characters who can get the job done here. Actually, no, I don't need Xavier. Human Torch should be fine. Yeah, this first node is most people auto it from what I've seen. I'm gonna save that. You don't want that thing going off. Very simple. That's the easiest node you'll see in any Dark Dimension at this level. Conqueror level 4. We go with Quasar. Actually, no, I've got Quasar. I'm going to need him soon, so... Let's just go with Vulture. his passive makes him very useful. All these. Get things going. All right, I'm going to save his ability energy as best I can now. Yeah, I get the slow. That's helpful. All right. This shouldn't be too difficult. Tank that with ease. She should bleed out. All right, now this next node is where it starts getting restrictive. So level 5, all I can use is these guys. So I'm going to make sure he's on the side here. So these are the 5 I brought up to ISO tier 3 ISO level 5. All right. Let's get everyone bunched up real close. Get to know each other. All right, Xavier's down. That's going to make things a little easier. Get rid of their barrier. Excellent. What I've heard, building up Bomb Blast with Blastar, kind of a challenge, but if you can make it work. Oh yeah, I did lose some. It's, he makes the last waves much more manageable from what I've heard. Let's take out one of the Shaws. Let's get rid of the barrier. Yeah, just having 2 bomb blasts makes Blastar much more useful because he can put the ability blocks on. Let's do the splash damage here. And down they go. Alright. It's 3. So non-cosmic. This is where I chose last. I don't have the heals. Let's see if I can get away with using this. You know what? I will use some cores because, you know, not like I'm going to need them. Super Scrolls to go along with 2 goblins. Let's see if that should do some damage. Alright, let's do away with those buffs. There goes the Super Scroll. Yeah, I don't want to get the stun, so I got to take out at least one of these Captain Britons. Let's see if I can, how much I can take out with this. Good enough. I'll save that for the next wave. Alright. Get rid of these. These 2 are going to be a problem, so I'm going to try to stun at least one of them. Come together, as the Beatles say. Go for it, Johnny. That's one of the Ant-Man. That's okay, I can afford to lose Havoc. this last one isn't particularly pleasant. I'm gonna try to use Blastar and Quasar, see if they're any better. Because I think maybe having Blastar's Bomb Blast ready might help with that final wave. That last wave is a killer because of the two Hank Pyms. I'll switch for here. All right. There we go. Made that. Let's take care of Super Scroll. I got to build up at least 2 Bomb Blasts so I can start putting ability blocks. Okay, that's 2 Bomb Blasts. That's going to be very helpful. Oh, I might have done that a little too quickly. Okay, that might have been not smart on my part. Should have waited to build up my Bomb Blasts. So I'm going to have to focus on these 2 first. Yeah, they're just too... Yeah. I should have waited. Yeah, I definitely should have waited to build up the Bomb Blasts. I flipped all the buffs, so now these guys are gonna go off. Yeah, gonna have. Yeah, I misplayed that very poorly. So I know what I did. I gotta build up Bomb Blasts before I can go off. Because I know this team works. I've seen it used. See, right here. And this one is where the real challenge is. But this same team does seem to work. All right, let's try this again, but this time let's not. Let's take some time to build up some Bomb Blasts. I didn't land on Super Scroll. Alright, let's bring them down, but again, we've got to build up the bomb blasts. Alright, 4 bomb blasts, that's good. And now I've got 5. Just what I need. Okay, that's not good. Okay, let's get rid of... Ah, come on. How did he do his ult again? I must have got a bunch of... Let's actually stun him. Yeah, their health is not good here. So I got the drain now. It's time to see if saving these bomb blasts was the right thing to do. And it really didn't seem to make as much of a difference as I'd hoped. Maybe I should have saved it. Because I needed Franklin to do his... Let's try to hit these guys here. Okay, that might have been the better move right there. I got the silence. Let's hit him hard. Even with the offense down, that packs a punch. That was helpful. She keeps healing. All right, got him. That's helpful. All right. That took a little strategy, but I got through it. This next one, I don't think I'll be able to beat in one shot, but I'll try. Yeah, this is where I'll have to stop because I don't have enough materials for a non-mythic city. You know, the Mephisto is going to be a real pain. All right. See how far I can go here. All right, let's see how. Yeah, already getting some debuffs to deal with. Let's go with him because he hits speed bar. There goes. I should probably take a probably should take a different strategy there. Shouldn't have gone after Thanos that quickly. Or see, I got to avoid this Thanos. Oops. Get rid of the barrier. Let's go with... Oh crap, now he's going to do his... Thanos' passives got triggered. At the very least, let's see if I can at least take Thanos out. I guess not. Well, at least I got Thanos down to his down below. Yeah, I'll do a heal here. Again, I'm not going to need the cores. AJ Martinez. I don't know what's next. Really don't. But I'll find something. All right, let's heal. I had a feeling this node was going to take more than one shot. I bet it's easy with Blue Marvel. All right, let's see if this takes out the Thanos. Almost. Oh, it did. Okay, that helps. I should get rid of the gladiator buffs. Let's focus on gore. Yeah. Oop! Did that? Don't like when that happens. All right, got the ability block. Keep going. Let's keep simple with the special. All right, 3 bomb blasts. It's always a good idea to build them up just in case you need them for the future wave. And I know I got a Mephisto coming, so can't afford to be too cautious. Plus, I don't think I'm going to be using these guys again until the final mode, which I ain't even going to get to. So here's Mephisto. Now let's just go all out. See if tunneling on Mephisto is going to be enough. Go for it, Quasar. Oh, well, that worked. Go figure. All right, now let's do... That is so much more useful in Cosmic Crucible, but I can't do much about that. I was hoping to avoid that, but yeah. Let's all right, let's get some ability block. hear this last wave is going to be a real pain. Not sure if I'll finish it, but if I can, that's just icing on the cake. I don't want him to go off, so let's... Alright. She's got her debuffs down. Alright, so this last wave should be rough. Alright, let's just go for it, get the bomb blast out of the way. Alright, that worked. Let's see, I should be able to knock her out with... Okay. I think I've got this, but I don't want to speak too soon. Do some splash damage here if I can at least get Rachel out. That's helpful. Okay. But Beckety's silence is kind of the, that's the big deal. It's all right. See if... All right. If I take Shaw out, I should be able to finish this. All right, stun him, and this should be... We should be done. All right. I had to two-shot it, but I did. I think this upcoming node is the last node I'll be able to do. So yeah, this team, the Insidious 6 is considered the only team that really works on this node. So let's do it. That's another thing I don't like about Dark Dimension 9. It really because of the room buffs, it kind of forces you to upgrade certain teams, and you can't really theory craft. See all those buffs they get? This should... Go for it, Goblin. Yeah, it's that passive that Vulture does that makes him so valuable. man Logan. Ah, crap. Oh well, at least they had safeguards, so that shouldn't. And they got their revives already. That's not good. See if I can take out old man Logan before he goes off again. Guess not. Crap. That sucks. Let's see if I can still find a way to finish this off. Nope. Let's try this again. In other words, it's all these guys. Alright, let's just... start on this side instead. I'm going to save this. There goes one old man Logan. See if I can do something about this old man Logan before he screws me over again. These guys are pesky. All right, there goes. Goes another. That's helpful. Let's get the speed bar. Oh, there goes Old Man Logan. Now just these two. And this should finish it off. All right. That is likely the last Dark Dimension node I'll ever do. Yep. This last one, can't do anything because I don't have any characters. All right. That should earn me only about, yep, 3 red stars. Yeah, lousy rewards there. See, did I lose here? Probably, but not yet. All right. I guess fittingly, yeah, the last thing I do is little blitz. This is the mode, but where I usually do a lot. But yeah, this used to be the best way to catch up if you were free to play. Now it's just sort of there. And you used to be able to get some bonuses from it as well, but yeah, now it's an afterthought, just like real-time arena. But I guess since this is going to be I'm kind of closing things out. I just want to say, Scopely, and I do thank you for helping with this game. It was fun to follow for however many years I played it. It definitely helped. It gave me something to do in between commercial breaks. It gave me something to do on long trips. It gave me something to do to exercise my love of Marvel. But all good things have to come to an end, and yeah, I just this this feels like I kind of this is something I should be doing. I it's just the game is just not going in a direction I like. It's becoming too expensive, too buggy, too repetitive, and it's just not something that I can I can I can stomach following anymore. So I guess with this, I will say to Marvel Strike Force, thank you very much for the memories. Thanks for everything. Oh, come on. Didn't want to click on that. That's another thing, yeah. Has these frustrating moments. But and also to every alliance I joined, including the one I'm in now, Raul and also everyone who helped me, Goku, Sid, Lancaster, everyone. I can't thank you enough. It's been such an honor and a pleasure serving. And I guess while I'm here, let me just note this was my last result in war. So this is my final test, my final little treat to my to everyone in my alliance. I did one more war, and I managed to get an MVP, which I'm proud of. I'm glad I had a chance to do something special, and I'll take a screenshot there just for posterity. And yeah, so this is my last little testament to the Rule Empire, my last MVP. Here's what I was able to do. I actually managed to get. I'll take another screenshot for that. Yeah, so I'm proud I was able to do something special for my alliance. I was able to not only get the MVP but get a billion. I'm very proud of this. So yeah, considering how bad I was at war for a while, this was such a fun way to go out. So I guess before I log off for Marvel Strike Force for the last time, I just want to say I don't know what the plans hold in the future. I don't know if I'll ever come back to this game or anything like it. But yeah, it was a fun little nugget in my gaming career. As I end, I will say, yeah, this was my final total collection power. In terms of power of leaderboard, this is as far as I got, as high as I got, 436. So yeah, it's a not bad considering how long I've been playing this game and how much I put into it. I'd say it's a good way to go out. I'll take a screenshot there just to commemorate it. So yeah, it really has been an honor and a pleasure to my alliance mates, to everyone here, and all the other alliances I joined. These guys have been absolutely wonderful since I joined them earlier this year. Especially, SSJ Goku, thanks for recruiting me. I appreciate it. And yeah, this was fun. So, all right, this is I guess this is goodbye. I don't want to get too emotional here or too dramatic, but thank you all to everyone who's followed my streams, everyone who followed me on my YouTube channel. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. This was special. So I will be back with the stream at some point, but for now, just want to take one last look at Marvel Strike Force here on Twitch. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining me in my world. Thank you, Marvel Strike Force. Thank you, Scopely. But this is goodbye.